Guys, welcome to another episode of Unmotivated. We have Heinricht, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
We've got Jamel.
What's that?
And of course, we got Iron Sharp K9. I'm saying, of course, like he's back again. We had our first bike camp today, and we got to see Stan's community come out a little bit, which is why these guys are here. Everybody comes from a good distance, to say the least. And we had about, 4 or 5 people out there?
Yeah.
There were some people, and it's so funny watching people start the bike work process. And I'm like, dang, is that how I look when I first started, right?
Well, I do the same thing. I be looking at people and I'm like, I used to do that.
You go, God, they lack so much confidence. They look so confused. They don't know what's going on. It was like watching that, I say, damn, this is bad. I said, is this how I looked? I feel stupid.
But I think it was a little worse because they were a little starstruck
I think so.
from the Fit Bully.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could see people, they were pretty excited, man. And that's why, one of the 48 laws of power is absentee creates a greater following. So, as I told them even before we got there, I said, guys, we're going to get the content shot. Then you guys have fun. Work them to talk to the people. And that's the only thing I told Stan you got to work on moving forward is remember to engage. Yeah. Engagement is definitely key, and it's hard to do that at times. So, Henry, we'll start with you, man. How long have you been doing dogs? Like, what got you into it?
I grew up with dogs. I always had a dog.
Yeah.
And once I moved out of my parents' house, I think I had like a year or two. I lived without a dog. And that was it. So I got my own dogs, lived in my own place, and then started to get into German Shepherds about 13, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Started training for sport, Schutzhund.
So have you won any of the, what is it? Is like a award you win? I don't know how it goes.
No.
Title in the dogs.
So I learned pretty quick that the sport world is full of politics. And,
So some bullshit, basically.
a lot, yes.
Look, whatever you don't say, I'll say it. I don't give a shit about London people.
So we got kicked out of clubs because of I wanted to do my dog or get my dog trained a certain way that they didn't agree with.
So do you have to be a part of a club to compete?
Yes.
Oh,
and
shit.
Schutzhund, you got to be a member of a club.
Well, in track, in the college, be an old nigga out there running still. He'd just show up unattached.
Yeah,
To any school, nigga just show like, man, who's that nigga? That nigga 22 years old, nigga. He ain't in college, but they gonna let him run at the Oklahoma Invitational. He unattached.
He paid his dues.
And he paid his little dues, and they ain't gonna let him run. So you can't do that in the dog space, huh?
Not
Show
too
up with a
much,
dog
no.
and be like, hey, I'm here. They're like, with who? Boy, you better go home.
Well, in Germany, it's a lot more regulated of what you can and can't do with your dogs.
Oh, okay.
But there's always somebody who wants to take credit for what you're doing.
Oh, you
how that
look.
is. So
I tell anybody breeding, the minute you breed one dog away from that dog, leave them niggas alone. Don't talk about that dog, because first thing is, oh man, it's crazy, man. You ain't even saying nothing. That was the dog I gave you, boy. Like, bro, my man, I paid $5,000 for the dog. It's my dog now. So that's why soon as we get done, like the minute I breed one generation, I'm promoting that next dog, because that's all niggas want is credit. But they need to work on their real personal credit. So
offer credit solutions. Tell them Iron Sharp sent you.
There you exactly. You trying to get that bag. So how long have you been over here in the U.S.?
Moved here December 2015. About
so
8 years. 8 years.
Not too long, huh?
No, sir.
And what brought you here?
My wife.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
She's American.
She's American, yes.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you're here now. You liking it?
I love it. I think it's the best place to be.
Oh man,
Yeah.
now you heard that from a real German. This is a real German.
Well, Germany is definitely not the place to be. I can tell you that.
I see. And how'd you come in contact with Stan? How'd you guys link up or meet?
Well, when I came over here, I tried to find some people that have the same interests, same hobbies.
Yeah.
And I knew I do not want to join a club. So,
He said, I've been there, done that. It's not happening again.
Because if you go in a club, it's like it's my way or highway, and I still got to pay somebody.
So a bunch of egotistical, self-righteous men trying to control everything you do and can't do with your dog.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
pretty
that
much.
definitely worked for me.
So, and I just started Googling and found Stan's website and the videos. So I Googled him on. I like to Google people. You can find a lot out about people on Google.
He's a Googler.
So I found some videos from Top Dog and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, hey, he lives around the corner.
Yeah.
And I just wrote him an email, I think. Was it an email or a message?
I think it was on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And I hit him up, pretty much told him straight up here, that's what I'm looking for, that's what I'm not looking for. I'm not looking for a club. I'm not looking for it's my way or the highway. I'm looking for people who I can train with and who are honest to me, who I can be honest to, and like to train dogs and have some fun, drink some beer, and you know.
Well, I've heard a lot about you, man. So it's definitely a pleasure meeting you, Jamel.
Yeah.
Go ahead and chime in here too, man. Now, guys, Jamel, you know we did a different podcast back in the day, and this one is going to last, to say the least. I got to see it through. But point is Jamel's story is interesting because he's one who was scared of dogs, and the first thing he decided to do is get bit.
Yeah.
It's like somebody being afraid to swim and they jump off a 40-foot cliff into some water. I said, boy, you gonna definitely sink or die. So Jamel, tell them a little bit about, and not even just from a dog standpoint, but what is it like getting over your fears? Because that's a big jump. Like, you go from being afraid of just a dog being around to put that suit on me, let that dog chew on me. You go, wow.
Yeah, like me, I feel like I always tell people, like, it's not really about me getting over my fear of dogs. It's like a fear can hold you back for so many things in life.
Oh, yeah.
So I never knew, like, me getting bit by dogs or just facing my fear, I'll be right here now. Where people, like, respect what we do.
Yeah.
But so I tell people, like, that one move you make is to make or break whatever you do in life.
Yeah, no, that is true. And mind you, I've seen some old footage of you and Stan looking crazy out there, ridiculous. So even today when I'm watching Stan educate, Jamarcus on how to move and, what to do and what to be mindful, where to put it, you go, man, y'all both have come up. You came a long way, man. Y'all came a long way, just even communication-wise. So it's been a pleasure to watch and be a part of the small part of you guys' journey. I'm nowhere there, but where you guys are at, especially in the bike space. So I'm, for one, grateful that you guys all showed up. And to support. And mind you, I wanted to do it to as I told Stan, just to connect with more people.
Yeah.
I think people want more from us, and sometimes they don't know how to ask. So even when I told those, I said, like, don't be afraid to ask questions. And I think community oftentimes is missing. So it's good that he, Heinricht was like, yo, let me see if I can find my community, find my people. And my job is never to control anything. I control myself. And then it's like, y'all have fun. Like, have fun. Be kind and respectful to people. And trust me, this will work.
That's what I always tell people. Like, we don't do nothing like nobody else does it.
No.
And I think that's what makes us different, because we really be ourselves.
Yeah.
And a lot of people feel a way about it because they probably been doing it for 20, 30 years, and we probably accomplished something that they was trying to accomplish in 2 years.
Well, what happens is you probably met a lot. No, both of you guys. You meet somebody who might know dogs real well, but don't know how to talk well.
Yeah, that's
you don't. If you lack communication, then you're about as good as that dog.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them are only good with one certain type of dog. So when something else goes off the handle or goes left, they don't know how to actually fix it. And then they ended up blaming it on the handler rather than actually making that dog better.
Well, that's a good point. So then everybody talk about some of your favorite dogs to work that aren't shepherds and what would be considered aggressive breeds. What are some dogs that you worked? You're like, wow, that dog was actually kind of fun. I didn't see that coming.
One of my favorite dogs I've worked was a mutt called Buster.
Buster was nice.
He was a little pit mix thing, and he just had so much desire, so much drive, and he was handled by how old was Madison at the time? Like 15, 16?
Yeah.
And this dog was gangster. Like, he was athletic, he did obedience, he was
I
controlled.
think that was the first dog that went viral with us.
Yeah. At Maddie's. I don't know if you see that one, but that was the first video that we went viral with the mutt.
What about yourself, Mel?
I like Chief, who's a bully, XL bully.
Yeah, and they're not supposed to work people, to be clear.
When he first came out, Stan told Stevie, this dog's not going to do it. And then she came and put the work in, and he's all there now.
Yeah, we cracked the whip, and he didn't go forward the very first time, so it was a process.
What about you, boss?
I always had just experience with shepherds and Malinois due to being in Germany and working with the PD and
Very
military.
straightforward.
But once I got to the stand, I was introduced to a lot of different breeds. That it's not just shepherds and Malinois who can do their work. So first time I was out there and put the suit on was for Chief, I believe.
Yeah.
It's the first day they put me on Chief, and they proved me wrong. So they proved me different. So yeah.
It was a little like, oh damn, there's other dogs that can be very effective.
I had some hard biting dogs on myself
Yeah.
for a lot of years, but the first time I had Chief on on the
different.
suit, it was
Biting
different.
different.
Yeah, and I think you can see it on the video. There's a video from it.
Yeah.
You
I
can see
think-
it in his face.
I think you can see my oh damn.
He got up in there, huh?
Because when you look at him, you're like, I mean, he's all right. But when he turns on and he gets on that bite, you're like, oof.
But I gotta say, Spot.
Yeah, Spot's a fun dog too.
Yeah.
Another mutt just wandered up on these people's property. They stay out in the country. And the first time we cracked the whip on that dog, he climbed up in the lady's lap and she put in the work. And now you turn on, that dog's Cujo.
So what's the first thing you guys all would tell somebody if they have a dog who's a little discouraged? Because that's discouraging to the handler unless you really believe that you can like.
I think I saw that today where like Stan was working dogs and like they didn't know to speak to their dog like, hey, encourage your dog. So it's like you just holding in and dog looking back at you like, what's going on? But you saw whenever they started like, hey, good boy, the dog started hitting into the leash more. So I think it's just trying to find that bond between you and the dog, that connection.
You know, that in itself, big business opportunity. One of the things I think you've all realized, and I know I have now being of influence in the dog space, is people buy dogs impulsively, right?
Yes.
And even today, when I was asking the people about their what's the white dog? The doggo, right?
Doggo.
They said that they got the dog at 5 weeks old and couldn't even touch its stomach without it growling or almost biting him for almost the first 3 months. I said, did the breeder tell you, this would be an issue? And they looked at me like, what? They was like, no. The breeder tell you something? I tell everybody about every pup that leaves my house. And we chest there. Matter of fact, one woman said she didn't want a dog that was going to be too much. I said, look, we got to keep him chill. Don't activate that puppy. I said, just keep him chill. So when he get there, he'll just be just a straight dog. Then I told them, the one act like his aura. I said, look, this bitch is a fucking nut. Okay, she's got a bad attitude. She's going to be chewy. She's going to be reactive. Get her under control quick. That dude went out and literally, he's got a sled for and everything. I mean, like a slap meal thing. Mm-hmm. He got everything, man. He built some of the stuff he's seen us built, and I was like, there's some people who go above and beyond, but I try to give them like, yo, here's the blueprint. Yep. Each pup's got a whole little profile. So when you guys are normally bringing a dog out, what are some things that you do to encourage people to be encouraged when you see, let's say, a year-old doggo, which this one was just 6 months, back up and run, go the opposite direction?
I mean, I just try to give them examples of dogs that we've brought out, and we'll show the footage. And that's the good thing about filming a lot of the stuff. Yeah. And like I always tell Jamel, I'm like, damn, I really wish we would have had Spot at the very beginning. But we started him at Butch's place, and we didn't even think he was going to do anything, so we didn't waste the time videoing. Like now, we just video everything, and we'll just delete it later. So that was one thing I wish we had him, because I'm gonna show you a video of this dog, and you're gonna say, God damn.
He was getting busy, huh?
Yeah, he turns up and he got spit coming out his mouth, and he looks right through your soul. Like, you be trying to make him miss, go for it. He's like, nope, just give me the bite already. I'm not
He got a
jumping for
real
nothing.
on and off switch. Like when she first walk out with him, you won't think he's not about to do nothing at all. And then as soon as she say that one command, he's at the end of the leash. As soon as she say drop it, he drop it, go right back to her, and get quiet.
And that dog, I mean, that's probably pretty inspiring too, just for you guys, which helps you guys believe a little bit more in you guys' processes as well.
Yeah, because if you get a dog like, we got how many? 4 out of your 10 litter from the last litter working?
4, 5, I think.
If we get a dog that's been genetically bred, the German Shepherd, to do it, Creed, Apollo, Aries, Sam, Akira, all these different dogs, it's real easy. But when you get a dog like Boots, Spot to do it, it really builds your confidence, because you're like, okay, if I put in these steps, if these people do everything, they can have that. And Boot, he was one of the hardest dogs for me to get to bite and hold something. Yeah. So it's like, instead of doing it like we would with a shepherd, just have him hold it, like I had to put it in on my wall climb wall to get him interested in it. And now he's to the point where he's swinging and hanging around, and his out is still so clean. I think he has the cleanest out in America right now.
He out.
And Heinrich, how long have you been? Would you call yourself a dog trainer? What do you call yourself? What do you do? Like, is it a dog training thing? I don't mean business wise. Like, what is it that you would consider yourself?
I used to be a dog trainer.
Okay.
Until I got away from pet dog training.
Yeah.
I just didn't get where I wanted to go, and I didn't like training pet dogs anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm breeding German Shepherds now, working German Shepherds, and just trying to breed quality dogs, healthy dogs, genetically sound dogs.
And what makes a healthy German Shepherd? Because you know they're notorious for having hip problems.
Yeah, mine don't. So all my
How do you
dogs.
prevent that? How do you tell them, like, if you had to tell, like, yo, what's the trick to breeding good
Well,
hips?
You
on a
never
German?
know. There's always a dog. It can always something happens. But the foundation, how I breed, all my dogs are X-rayed for hip and elbow dysplasias already. By the time they're about 2 years old, I take them to the vet. They get X-rayed for any kind of signs of hip and elbow. Also, I look at the grandparents, the grandparents. I go back the pedigree 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
Before I start to breed any dog with each other. So health is, for me, at the very, very top. Not just X-ray, it's the DNA testing and everything. So if a dog is not healthy, if I can have the most badass dog, if it has bad hips, I'm not going to breed it. I might still work it, but I'm not going to breed it because I don't want to bring puppies in this world with hip issues, elbow issues, or even worse, like a lot of other breeders out here. It's just all about the looks in the German Shepherd world a lot.
So they do that in the Shepherd world too, huh?
I had people coming, literally made their way to my kennels, looked at a very, very nice dog and said, well, she's not really big. I'm like, yeah, my Shepherds are not the massive German Shepherds. They're healthy and I breed for different standards. They said, no, we just want a big one. Like, no, you go ahead.
Hence the American XL Bully. Hey, look, I want a 140-pound dog. Nigga, go get you a Mastiff. Just go get a Mastiff.
Why would you do that to
Yeah,
yourself?
yeah. It makes no sense. Well, guys, for one, is there anything else that you guys want to talk about in this? And this right here, people, just us wrapping up Bike Camp. Bike Camp's one of those things where I thought it'd be interesting to do, and just to see what come out. And I told them, you know, whenever you got 4 or 5 people out there, believe it or not, that's enough. If there was if there 10, 15 folks showed up, you're like, oh God, this is gonna be all day.
Yeah, I mean, we had those days where we're working 20 plus dogs, and I mean, it's like, yeah, it's fun sometimes, but it'll burn you out. I mean,
What's the optimal number then?
I would say,
Depends how many beers he's got.
Hey, if I'm on my 20th beer, we got more time, baby. Just keep the beers coming.
I like working dogs that kind of already know what to do.
Yeah.
Personally, so I don't mind doing like 8 or 9 of those because
So let me say this too. Look, check this out. So you know how you figured out that other dogs could do things from a business standpoint, and I would encourage you all, just like, you know, Jamel put us on game a second ago saying how important it is to step out. Now, mind you, when you stepped into this space, you didn't see the future.
Nah, so I wasn't thinking about business, money. I wasn't thinking about anything. It was just me just really just having fun. And it's still to that point, like it's the same way right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm still learning a lot. But like I'm to a point where people contact me for like tips and stuff. And it's like,
There you
okay.
go. And your dog, it was impressive to see your dog to do his thing today too. Because mind you, I was around when you didn't have no dog. I was there when I said, so you gonna get a dog? You was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was there when you was unsure about ever getting a
Yeah,
dog.
so I waited. I've been doing this for like 7.5 years. I waited 5 years to get a dog.
See what I'm saying, people? So to keep that in mind, Jamel been getting bit for 5 years and then decided to get him something that could do some biting as well. And I've been there. And watched literally over the past couple of years him every time. You gonna get you one yet? And then he show up with it. I said, oh, you finally got one.
and the one he gets is a monster.
Yeah, training the shit out of that joker. So again, very impressive to see. You know, for me personally, I'm looking at, damn, he's worked with Stan for so long, and I'm not saying, you know, you ain't got your own methodology per se, but I know that Stan's been influential in how you even get that dog going per se, train him, all that stuff. So I love seeing the translation, both friendship and dog, and even, you know, the side of the business that's growing in terms of community. But I forgot what I was going to say.
Ideal number of dogs?
Yeah, to work. Like
if-
in a setting like today, how many is too many?
If it's too many dogs that don't know what they're doing, there's a lot of just idle. There's not a lot going on. So I would rather have like 3 or 4 of those and then like 5 or 6 good dogs. Because, I mean, if we're just doing sack stuff, it's not just the most fun. When we get to send the dogs in the water, when we get to climb trees
But
and
also,
do that
it
kind of
motivates
stuff.
the people that's trying to learn it. So they're like, oh, my dog might can do that one day.
And
That
that
mixes the
part,
crowd.
I agree with that part. But that's when be like, yo, you bring. I said, Mine are lunatics. They not all there. They tear this car up. They ain't got these dogs. These dogs got sense. These niggas, mine start acting crazy. I said, and they will go wherever that damn thing is. So, and I know because we done been in them trees and in the water. They not playing. I said, and those dogs, I knew the first round outside of you guys' dogs being trained, they were gonna be like, you know, a little bit more chill than I'm even used to. So that dead space, I'm already know how to fix it. I'm already looking at the process. Okay, so when we have who's out here, who's bringing a dog, what can your dog do? Perfect. This is what you're gonna do. I'll take a walk and come back.
And that's why I started doing the 2 dogs at once, because when they were just standing, the dog was like, I'm not too worried about it. But when we had the 2 dogs basically competing, it motivated the other dogs. So that's probably something we need to start doing with new people. Just do like the puppy agitation lines. Getting like
I would
4 or
send them
5
on a
dogs
hard
out
walk
there.
too. So one of the things like dead ass, when you go back to Greenbelt Park, you know, if you get a puppy working, boom, he does something successful, I'll be like, hit a half a mile with him. Tell them people start putting on workout clothes. What happens sometimes, just in my experience as well, dogs don't even know what's going on half the time. And if they've not been exercising, like they just like, if the people out there with the energy's down and they lackadaisical, he needs to know, look, let's hit this, come back, boom, get him going again. Boom, send him again. Let him know, like, bro, when we show up at this park, you walking or working. Take him down the creek real quick. Let's see if you can get him over the water. I need him to get focused because just like humans, if you wake up and ain't got nothing to do, your energy is down all day. If you wake up like y'all did today, no, we got to come, get to the park, do this, organize, shoot, edit, podcast. Your mind's different per se. So
Makes sense.
I'm thinking about all the ways I can speed up the process so that no one. I don't do well with people standing around. It like starts driving me nuts.
And then Jamil said people want these dogs to do what these other dogs are doing, and sometimes it demotivates them because their dogs doesn't do it as quickly. Yeah. And it's like, look, don't compare your dog to Creed. He's been working since 8 weeks old. Every day of his life. Don't compare your dog to somebody who's been doing it for 15 years and this isn't their first dog. And that's what people need to understand. Your dog's going to be the best dog that your dog can be. Everybody can go to
if they
basketball.
choose to be the best they can be.
Yes, and that's the major factor.
Otherwise,
A lot of
it'll be the
people don't
biggest
want to
loser.
put in the work.
Yeah.
You can send your kid to basketball camp. Doesn't mean they're going to be LeBron. If you have a dog that has caliber to do these things, they can do it. You can motivate that dog to get to that point, but if you're looking at a dog who's not genetically bred for it, it's at least a 2 to 3 year process before you're even like really at square one.
I think that's where the issue comes in. A lot of people want that end product in like 2 or 3 sessions. You know,
But but keep it on. That's just how goals work too. People in this world, they like, oh man, I want to get that. You like, boy, do you know how much work that requires?
and it's not just one time a week showing up to training. It's
no.
every single day. There's
Constant communication.
There's always training, communication, yes. And I think one of the biggest issues is people have a problem praising their dog. I've noticed that, which should be the easiest thing ever if you like working with your dog. I mean, it's hard to get people, hey, get excited. Tell your dog he did something right.
That's that energy thing, though, right? That's
yes,
that
sir.
energy. Like, and mind you, I come out there stiff too. First time, you know, working with Stan and you know, hearing him say it, I'm like, damn. It made me think, damn, ain't nobody ever told me good job. No fucking wonder I can't fucking say good boy. Nobody told me, nigga. That, I'm like, yo, I got an A, 100% good, nigga. You supposed to.
You supposed to.
You doing all that studying for, bro?
You supposed to bite. Good.
Yeah. So I think, you know, if there's a fun way to encourage people even to like get excited, because that could be challenging when you don't know yourself. It's kind of indicative too of someone's lack of drive in life. You go, man, so you don't get excited about nothing, huh? That's just born.
I think it's they get nervous and they don't want to look foolish when they're praising their dog.
I tell you right now, seeing everybody get into the zone, all of you, and even your homeboys, Jalen, his name.
Yeah.
That joker was red, blue, green, orange, and he was saying it. Look, I see Stan. I've you know shot plenty of videos of Stan, and you see him go into a different place, kind of like an actor per se, when it's time to do the bite thing. And so he just knows what you like. You know what to do, right? Mm-hmm. You get in certain areas, you just know what to do, so you turn it on. And you know that dude, boy, when he locked in, it was like nobody else was around because he was with his dog. And you could definitely tell that dude fucks with them dogs.
But that's how it should be. When you're out on the field, it's you and your dog. Nobody else is there. If you're worried about your dog doing something wrong, they're going to prove you right.
And so even the cadence in this is like, you got to start telling these people to shout these. Imagine somebody downstairs like they got Tourette's syndrome, no disrespect to those people, and just yelling stuff out all day. Red, green. I'm practicing. What are you doing? I'm practicing my call offs. That shit would be funny.
You've been around Mark, New York.
New York.
Oh, yeah.
So have you ever seen him work his dog?
No, but I could see it. I could see it. I could see it being real stiff.
No, he's super too motivated. So we're like, hey, Mark, don't talk as much.
Yeah,
And
so,
he's like,
so
oh, my bad.
hey, say it one time, shut up.
Yeah. Because they be like, guten Tag, gut, bite faster, gut, faster, good time.
He's very enthusiastic.
He is.
Yes,
Calm down.
Hey, you know what? Mark's a guy you want right back because he be that dude back there like this. Come on. You can see Mark, but you're like, that's my hype guy. Who's that guy? He's here for the show, man. He's here for the show.
Yeah, good people, man. Shout out to Mark, man.
Yeah.
NYC.
Yeah, man. So, guys, I think today we for one, we learned that there are people who care about kind of what we're doing. Even more important than trying to learn. There are people, unfortunately, who've got dogs that have been pushed, not been pushed, who need guidance, who need direction, who just need help foundationally as well. And then there are people who also just want to have fun and see, what they can do more for the dog. And I mean, we kind of met an eclectic group of everybody and got to see it all firsthand, which you go, man, this is the dog world. And the dog world is really no space to highlight it. Like, how do you highlight the darkness that goes on in some cases in the backyard when, pups just come out of nowhere and there was no intent? So from a breeder standpoint, I think that's what we'll talk about next. In one of the next episodes, we'll take a break here, but we'll talk just about what it's like, what you went through getting your dog, because you got it from somebody. Not, you didn't get it from him.
No.
So you got a dog, and you've been getting dogs for plenty. And I've got plenty, literally, plenty of dogs over the years since I was about the same age. I mean, I got out the crib about 19. I had 5 dogs, and then I had to sell them all. That'll be a whole nother story. And I know you've got a few dogs. The irony is you got a bunch of dogs that you didn't want originally, and got one dog you wanted, and now he got some dogs.
Yeah, he got some dogs now. But
He got some dogs. So in the next episode, we'll talk a little bit about breeding, what to look for from a breeder. I'm glad I have someone over here who does a lot of the testing, because we'll be able to, he'll be able to articulate the importance of it and what you've learned from translating, from mom to dad to hip to pin hip and all that stuff. Because I get the question, hey, do you recommend, hip, whatever? And I'm like, I mean, you can, or you could just not breed bad dogs. I said The score is one thing, but, in bulldogs and American Staffordshires and various other breeds, if we have perfect hips, they could have CCL disease. So still have bad knees, luxating patellas, and speed up the process of tearing the ACL per se, and be shit out of luck. So does the hip impact the knee? It's kind of yes and no. I can't say. But if it's a bad dog and it's not a good dog, plus we try to wait till 2 or 3 years till our dogs are bred anyway, so we got a good idea of what we do or do not want. And I've made adjustments over the past 2 years to a lot of dogs. They can't even believe I got rid of Bama. I gave him for free. Tut, went for free. Come get this dog. yeah, come get him. People like, I can't believe you just gave that dog away. It ain't going to make or break me, bro. We're going to do it again and again. And we got some more work to do. So, guys, thank you for listening to Unmotivated, a podcast where we try to find motivation. I got to ask you guys, because this is your first time. I won't ask you again, but, if you don't mind, tell the people what keeps you motivated.
It's probably gonna sound like generic, but my kids, like
That's fair.
It's just the way they look at me is like I'm always at the top of the world to them. I come in, they say I'm their favorite person, I'm their best friend. They tell all their friends about me, so like that would keep me going.
Hey, we all got our things. What about you, boss?
What keeps me motivated about what I'm doing is really every morning when I walk into my kennels and I see my dogs. I can be in a bad mood, and sometimes I don't want to walk up to those kennels. As soon as I open those doors, I know why I'm doing it for.
Yeah.
And especially when you hear from people who have dogs from you, you see them succeed, and they tell you, they write you messages, they send you pictures, videos. That keeps me motivated, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
And I think, I don't know if we had you answer the question. Did you answer that before?
I don't think so.
Yes, then let's get Stan on the record. On record.
Well, I think I've told the story about like the little kids that find motivation from what I'm doing in their videos and they watch it to gain, happiness and joy. Kind of like Heinrich, it's bigger than just me. When you see those dogs come out bouncing around, having a good time, when you see people literally commenting on every video that you post, like, good job, I like see your dog, like your energy, man. Or when you don't post anything, when you get the messages and like, hey, bro, you all right? Like, like my bad, man. I just been, weird. And that keeps me going because it is bigger than me. And like you said, no matter how you feel, like this morning, had a dog poop in a kennel. A dog was acting like was afraid of the door. So that was the whole thing. And then Rocco was being dumb this morning. It was just one of those days. But when you come out there, you see people, driving, coming out, wanting to learn from you, just put you in a different headspace and you get that motivation back. So
there you go, people. Well, it sounds like the key word here is work. And no matter what you're working on, hopefully you're working on yourself. Jamel, I appreciate that answer because I'm not a father, but what I've learned just from the people I've been around, certain people, like Drake said in the song, need to tell me they're proud. That means a lot to me. Yeah. And I know Chris Moore, I've watched him tear up at times, just talking about the admiration. And they thanked us while we were there because of the people who also were like, yo, Dad, you're going to be on YouTube, man. Or you know who that is or whatever. And I'm like, man, I'm a fucking nobody, bro. I'm just a nigga
I
who
say
got
that because my kids, all their friends be on TikTok and YouTube and they be like, yeah, they don't believe you, my dad.
and there you have it, people. These things matter nowadays. It's unfortunate, to say the least, but we do a lot of good work. We all do, and I'm glad that we have the following to support that work. But if I told them we have to do this because it needs to exist regardless. I got to get up and tell the truth and the whole truth about breeding problem, all the shit that I say. I give a fuck what nobody says. It's just the facts. It's just, and I pull the books out and then I'll tell the experience and we'll cover it with two other professionals, Ruben and Chris, a lot of times. But I ain't got nothing to hide, and I ain't gonna tell you I'm gonna produce the best dogs in the world. I'm gonna try to create better dogs and foundationally a good dog. But being motivated, hopefully you find something to keep you motivated if you're listening. But we got Stan, Heinrich, and Jamel on the mics. I appreciate you guys for being a part of this right here. Definitely appreciate you guys for driving all the way up here and being a part of Bike Camp. Glad I got to see everybody's dog. It's crazy to watch the progress of the dog. Stan, I got to ask this last question before we get to the next episode. What's going to be the next dog you get, man? Because you got something. The old man's going to be done sooner than you know. Then you'll only be left with Boots and Hero.
Yeah. Oh.
I feel like you got to have 3 because you didn't wrapped up Oakley. You're like, I'm done with that motherfucker.
She retired. I mean, she'll still come out for some fun stuff every so often because she is a good dog. Yeah. We made the best out of that situation with the dog. I like that Newfie. I like him. I don't know if it'll be like a bite dog, but just kind of like a cool dog. Like he's huge. He's pretty athletic for as big as he is. But like we were talking about last time, I don't want to go and get one and he'd be fucking dud. Like, I want one like that. So I may talk to the lady, see what breeder she used. Maybe they're local. We can go out there, maybe do some videos, get some content, seeing them. I'll have something. It'll be off the wall for sure. It's not gonna be no German Shepherds. I know y'all looking no German Shepherds, no Mals.
We're still gotta talk about that.
Guys, well, you heard it first, man. Look, as always, appreciate you guys for listening. Please like, comment below if you want to hear more about motivation, dogs, breeding, and other stuff that we'll be covering as we get to episode 100 and hopefully to 1,000. Talk to you guys soon.